What's up guys, this is Merc Music and I'm bringing you guys some more Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer gameplay. This is from Gamescom 2012, and yes, this is in Cologne, Germany, and some people were wondering why the gameplay wasn't so impressive. Well, it's not actually me playing, it's pro players from, I believe, North America. There are some players from Optic and Team Envious, you know, the pro teams, and then there are players, pro players in Germany, pro players from the UK, and they're just going against each other. And I believe right here they're actually showing a guy from the European team using the DSR-50, and I want to say this, the gameplay isn't too impressive, only because the players are trying to get highlight things. They're trying to get no-scopes, combat axes across the map, which, yes, by the way, they're not actually called tomahawks, they're combat axes now, but it's basically the same thing anyway. But yeah, they're trying to get stuff for the highlight reel, and they've never played these maps before, they're not familiar with them, they've never played the game before in their entire lives, so I mean, I don't know how you expect them to just go complete ham against other people who are really just trying to do their best and try to, you know, show off the game. But yeah, I wanted to talk about a few things also because I really didn't get too many comments about it, but I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering what's the deal with the camera in the top right hand corner and all this different stuff. So what you're seeing is actually the new Codcast system, and the Codcast system allows you to basically, you know, do a shoutcast for a gameplay. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to do it live like you can here, but basically in the bottom left hand corner you will see the player's name of the person they're spectating. Right now they're in kind of an overhead view where you can see the mini map, and you can see how the players are navigating and, you know, controlling the objective and killing other players as well. And right here they have it's kind of like a picture-in-picture. I'm not exactly sure what they call it or what they identify it as, but basically you can watch the main player and you can switch to see who is on a streak. As you can see the names in the like the top right, I guess. It's kind of like the mid-right, but you can see the players' names and you can see the streak they're on and whether or not they have died. So the person you most likely want to follow is the person with the biggest kill streak, because it's the most interesting gameplay to watch. Now, I will say this, the very last game they played was Domination on Aftermath, and as much as I'd like to share that with you guys, it is a very slow game because they were following someone who was using an unscoped ballista, and he just couldn't manage to get any kills. I swear, he had like a 10 death streak and they were still following the guy, and I felt kind of bad because you don't want to have to live stream something like that to everyone. So they did their best to try to find the best player, the player who's getting the biggest kill streak and doing the best. And this player right here, this guy was doing very well. This is Toby NV, and he was playing for the North American team. It was basically North America versus Europe, and Europe actually dominated North America as far as goes for the 4 games that were live streamed. But yeah, I mean, Toby is actually, I believe he's a European guy who is playing for the North American team because someone had flight complications or something like that. At least that's what they had said during the live stream. But regardless, I wanted to kind of give you guys my thoughts about these maps, the weapons, everything, because it looks pretty amazing. I'm very psyched for this game. And as you can see there, he actually picked up a scavenger pack. Scavenger is a second tier perk, and it's really bizarre how the perks actually managed to turn out. I remember, if you guys saw my perks video breaking down the perks, I thought that that soldier perk, the green perk that is in the second tier slot, I thought that was assassin or ghost. It turns out it is actually a perk called toughness. It could possibly be juggernaut, it could be resistance. Well, actually I don't think it's resistance to explosives because flak jacket is actually a tier 1 perk in this game. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what toughness could be. But what they were trying to tell us is that the perks in this game are not actually going to influence anything on your weapon. All the perks are going to be things that enhance your player's ability to, you know, well, it basically just enhances your player. It really won't do anything towards your weapons. If you want to increase your weapons ability or give some perks to your weapons, it's going to be under the attachment slot. And one thing, if you were wondering what the mystery slot is, it's pretty much been cracked. They're called Wildcards. And Wildcards, let's say, as you can see here, he has perks from each tier. He has Ghost, Scavenger, and Dead Silence. If you use a wildcard, you can use a perk, a wildcard called Perk 1 Wildcard, which allows you to have an extra perk. So you can have like 2 perks in the top tier, or you can have 2 perks in the second tier, or 2 in the third tier, depending on what wildcard you choose. You can also use a wildcard to have up to 3 attachments on your primary and 2 on your secondary, which is pretty incredible as well. And then there's some miscellaneous ones, like I believe there's one for lethal grenades. So if you pick that, you can have 2 lethal grenades, which is what this guy's using right here. He's using the LSAT LMG, and he's using 2 combat axes. And I swear this guy was trying so hard to get a combat axe across the map. They were trying so hard to get highlights, because I believe the last day of live streaming for Black Ops 2, they are going to have a highlight reel, and they're going to take anything sick that happens. But you know, it's pretty basic so far. People are just trying to get used to the game, the feel of it. It seems like it's a very balanced game because, I mean, it's balanced in a way because no one's really hit anything sick as far as goes for like the snipers or the no scopes. Now, this is one thing that kind of confused me as I'm bringing up no-scopes, because some people were trying to hit them with, like, the DSR, the ballista, and no one really seemed to hit anything, and it seems like steady aim might not be returning, and if it does, it would have to return as an attachment, because like Erik had said, or, David Vonderhaar had said, perks are going to influence the player's abilities, not the weapon's abilities. So steady aim would probably have to return as attachment, or fast hands is basically what they're calling sleight of hands. I think most weapons will have the fast hands capability, which basically is replacing sleight of hands. Now that is going to confuse a lot of players, because fast hands is very similar to dual mags, but I don't think it will actually increase your amount of ammo. But fast hands is basically the replacement for sleight of hand. Stopping power, I'm pretty sure every weapon's power is going to be higher by default. Every weapon's stopping power damage itself will be higher. As a matter of fact, when I was looking at the DSR, I managed to see it in a create a class video. The DSR is apparently a one-hit kill from the waist up constantly. So the DSR seems like it's going to be the best bolt-action sniper rifle. All I've seen so far is 3. I've seen the DSR-50, the SVU, which is like a semi-auto. It's supposedly like the Dragunov for this game, or it could just be a Dragunov. I'm not 100% sure, because the Dragunov, I think, is the SVD, or whatever. Don't quote me on that, but, and the Ballista is apparently a one-shot kill from chest up, but you should be able to pull the bolt back a little bit faster, which will make it a better sniper rifle for successive shots. The DSR-50 only has 5 rounds and the Ballista has 7. Probably configurable to a higher amount with extended mags, but still, there's still a lot to learn from this. As you can see, the perks, you could see toughness is that green perk that I was struggling so badly with in my perks breakdown video. But yeah, people were wondering why they're clapping. They're clapping because this is Black Ops 2. I think it's going to be an amazing game. The multiplayer looks pretty amazing, whether it's balanced or not, or, whatever's going on. I think it's going to be pretty amazing. If you guys are enjoying the Black Ops 2 videos, make sure to leave a like on this video, and I will see you guys later.
We're going to go domination on after.